Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew a reversible hair bonnet. And this is what you're interested in. Let's get right into the video. So these are the two fabrics I'll be using, this mint green and baby pink fabric. So I already have this cut out circle. This was cut in 14 inches. I folded my fabric into 4 and cut it in 14 inches, as you can see. Just like you want to cut a flare, it was cut in 14. You can do 15 inches depending on how big you want the fabric to be. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be placing this circle on the fabric I'll be using to make the bonnet. So I'll be placing it and using it to cut it out. I'll cut it out exactly with this fabric. I'll do the same for the second fabric also. This is me cutting out the second fabric with the same circle. After cutting, I'm going to take the right sides facing each other and I will sew on half inch all the way around. Now let's get to the sewing table. This is me sewing an half inch all the way around of the fabric. Just have to make sure it's half inch. You can even make it 0.25 just to hold both fabrics together, right side facing right side. At the end of sewing of half inch, I have like 1 inch gap left. I left like 1 inch gap. This will be used to turn the fabric over. Now this is me ironing the circle I've sewed together. I'm ironing it out so it will be very, very smooth. I'm going to iron on both sides of the circle. You need to iron it properly so it's going to give you a very nice effect. You can see the 1 inch I left at the opening. Don't close it up. We're going to iron it. After ironing, I'm going to mark 2 inches all the way around of the circle. 2 inches all the way around. This is me marking 2 inches. After marking 2 inches, then we go to the sewing machine and sew all the way around the 2 inches without leaving any space. We'll be sewing all the way around the 2 inches. So make sure you do that carefully. You can continue marking all through till you get to the last point. So I'm just going to cut out my thread after sewing on the 2 inches I marked. The next step now is to sew on half inch. We're going to sew on half inch just below the 2 inches. So I'll be showing you that now. Can you see? Sew on half inch, just come down by half inch from away from the 2 inches. So we're going to start the sewing from the opening. We're going to leave the same half inch you left at the edge, the same 1 inch you left at the edge, sorry. You're going to start sewing from there because that opening is where the elastic is going to pass through. So I'm going to sew from the half inch now all the way around. Then I will stop at 1 inch opening. So this is me sewing all the way around the half inch. I'm done sewing around the half inch now. You can see the space I left. That space is where the elastic is going to pass through. So you take your elastic, this tiny elastic, and measure about 15 or 14 inches depending on how tight you want it to be on your head after wearing it. So I used 14 inches here. I used 14 inches. Then I'm going to pass it through a safety pin so I'll be able to pass it through the circle. So this is me passing the elastic through the space I left earlier. That was why I said you shouldn't close that space, because that's where the elastic will pass through. So after passing the elastic through, I'm just going to join both ends on the machine. It's a very strong stitch. Make sure the stitch is very strong. So I'm just cutting out the excess and the thread. You don't want your thread dangling, as your job will not be neat. So can you see the outcome, guys? It's already coming together. So I'm just going to close that opening, that ½ inch. So I'm going to run a stitch on the 1 inch I left earlier at the edge. I'm going to run a stitch on it. You can use hemming gum to close it up also for a very neat finishing, but I'm running a stitch on it. So this is what the final outcome looks like. You can wear it on both sides, as you can see it on me. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video.
When your heart is broken, you simply cannot trust what your mind is telling you.